the MEC for Cooperative Governance in Gauteng, Lebogang Maile, has written a formal letter to the Mayor of Tshwane, Randall Williams, questioning him about the state of that metro's finances. In his response, Williams has placed the blame on Maile's doorstep. He says the problems faced by the city are a direct result of a 4 billion rand deficit that was incurred when the MEC unlawfully placed the city under administration back in 2020. Well, let's get more from this now, and we speak to the MEC himself, Maile, who speaks to us via the virtual platform. MEC, good morning to you, and thank you very much for your time. Why are you worried about the state of Tshwane's finances?
Morning, and thanks for having us. We are worried about the state of finances of all municipalities, not just Tshwane. We are worried about many other variables, including service delivery and governance. So it's not just Tshwane. But you will remember that there's been rumors and reports that salaries were not paid, the buses were not moving, Eskom is not paid, service providers are not paid. So in terms of the law, the mayor should have at least alerted us if the situation is dire. So because we have not received anything from the municipality, we took an initiative to invoke Section 136, subsection 1, to ask for clarity and a detailed report from the municipality.
Yes.
That's the first thing. But the second thing is that because you are constantly raising the issue of unlawful intervention, which is not true. That's a DA narrative, which it's just sad and unfortunate that you buy into it. And I have on several occasions raised this matter with yourself and many other media houses that please read the Concord judgment. It vindicates us. It doesn't say that we acted unlawfully. It doesn't say that. But the DA, like the 4 billion rand scarecrow and blackmail tactic, it does not exist. I was speaking to one Tabiso Teman today in the morning. I've sent him a narrative that was written by a former DA councillor who debunks this myth. And I will send it to you again of the 4 billion rand. There is no such a thing. But thirdly, if there was indeed the 4 billion rand story, the mayor has not at any given moment informed us. And if he thought and believes that perhaps we are implicated, he should have at least written to the Minister of Culture to raise the issue. It was a serious matter. It's a breach of the law. If the mayor has got the information that there's 4 billion that was irregularly spent and he's not bringing it to our attention.
All right.
And that 4 billion rand has brought the municipality to its knees, according to him, because that's what he's saying.
Okay.
That's serious. I mean, you can't use this as a political football. This is a serious matter. And that's why we did not want to rely on rumors and media reports. We had to ask him to give us a comprehensive report.
Okay.
So not
MEC,
bites and slogans.
MEC, you have used the word dire in your description of the state of finances in Tshwane. Why do you use that kind of language? How bad is the situation there?
That's why I'm saying at this stage there's rumors and reports, and it appears the situation is dire. So we would want the mayor to clarify the situation and explain the magnitude of the problem. And once he has been able to do that, we will be able to interact with them and see how do we work with them, and national treasury, provincial treasury, national COGTA, to help because our intention is to help the municipality. We've got an obligation in terms of the constitution to support the municipality. We've got an obligation in terms of the MFMA to ask and inquire if the municipality is not saying anything about it. So this was just merely asking, is there a problem? What is the extent of the problem? And what are you doing about it? What kind of help do you need? It's nothing malicious. So It's surprising that the mayor will quickly talk about 4 billion administrators. And by the way, I want to challenge him to prove that 4 billion and explain it in detail. Because if indeed the administrators have irregularly used the money, they are South Africans, fortunately. As the MEC of COGTA, I will be irresponsible if I don't act. And because there is no such, it's just a DA propaganda, refusing to be transparent, to be accountable, and trying to blackmail us from intervening and doing our work. They now raise all sorts of issues. If there is that, I would want the mayor to prove that is there. And I challenge him to prove it. There is no such.
Okay.
There isn't.
MEC, let me ask you this. You say in your response to this that this is a mere rumor by the mayor when he says that the problems, the financial problems that municipality faces right now are a direct result of the 4 billion which he says was incurred during that short period when you placed the Tshwane municipality under administration as led by Mpho Nawa. Would you blame his attitude, given what you did, which was to place the city under administration, which later was the court overturned that particular decision? When you say you plan to assist the municipality of Tshwane, what does that mean in practice? And will part of your intervention include placing that city under administration once again?
The Court agrees with us. It's in the judgment that we were correct to reach a conclusion that the Tshwane municipality was dysfunctional. However, some of the judges are saying we were too harsh. Others are saying we were correct. In fact, former Judge President Mokweng says we actually took longer to intervene. We should have intervened even earlier. Judge Jafta agrees with us in that. So that issue of creating an impression that we're irrational, we're reckless, we're driven by a political agenda to act, it's unfounded. So I will indeed blame him for being irrational and for trying to blackmail us, because we are asking a question. You can't say someone has broken your car window and then you say, why have you broken my car window? They say, but your daughter stole my bread, something like that. They must answer the question. Hey, it's a mistake, or this or that, or all that. Answer the question. So instead of him answering the question, he's trying to create an impression that we don't have the right, the bona fide, and the authority to raise these questions.
Let me interrupt you, and I apologize for this. Time is against us. Let's not belabor politics. You are seeking information from the mayor, and based on his responses, only then, I suppose, you can take the matter forward. I'm asking primarily about your package of interventions, because ratepayers are the people at risk. They are the people who are facing delivery challenges. Yeah. Services are not being provided. So what is it that you're going to do to help?
Yeah. Look, it depends. I don't want to predict the response of the mayor, but there are a number of things we can do available at our disposal in terms of the law. The law working with Treasury. One of those is to develop a financial recovery plan, for instance, for the municipality. In the event they don't have it, or whatever they have might not be strong enough and helpful enough, we might have to help them with revenue enhancement strategies and all that. So we are not yet there. We are not even thinking about taking over or this and that. No, we are not there. We are far from there. We are worried about the efficiency of the municipality. We are worried about quality service delivery. We are worried about their financial situation. We want them to pay their bulk suppliers like Eskom and Rand Water. So there are various things we can do. We can even second people who have skills and qualifications in that areas that they need to help them and all that. So there's various things. We will definitely help the municipality. There's a different ways of doing it. The only thing that I think is unfortunate is that every time you engage with the mayor, he becomes defensive, he wants to bring politics, he blackmails, he wants to misquote the law and all that. And I think that is very childish and irresponsible for a person of his stature to behave like that, especially because he's not a stupid person. He's an intelligent old man. I respect him, and it disappoints me because he stoops low sometimes.
Let's focus the attention on the city of Johannesburg. The newly appointed mayor, Tata Morero, says he plans to put together his mayoral committee today. What's your sense of the Johannesburg municipality? Do you think it's on safe ground? And I ask with particular reference to service delivery.
Well, democracy in action. I mean, we went to elections. There was no overall winner. There was a DA-led coalition. It was defeated last week. There's now an ANC-led coalition. And all we want is to see stability and these coalition partners working in the interest of the citizens, not of their political parties. So we look forward to working with the new mayor and the new government. We want to congratulate him. We wish him all the best, and he's got our support. And like all other mayors and metros, if he's not doing what is supposed to be done, we will descend on him like a ton of bricks, irrespective of what political party is coming from, because we are not obsessed with the political affiliations, but with the services to the people.
What's your attitude towards the Democratic Alliance saying that the process to oust the mayor that was aligned to that party, Mpho, and installing a new mayor who belongs to the ANC, the party in which you belong, they're saying that it was illegal and they're going to court. What's your attitude towards that?
Well, I think the courts must be given space to make a determination, but it's unfortunate that the DA comes across as so losers, and they also behave like spoiled brats who are entitled to lead in these coalitions. No one has won any metro, and it has to be clear. And I was impressed by the approach of Action SA to say, look, we have been defeated, we're part of this coalition, we have our own issues, this and that. Now there's a new a government in place, we'll go into opposition, we'll do what we know best, represent our constituency, be robust and all that. And I thought that is very matured from the Action SA. And it's unfortunate that the DA comes across like entitled spoiled brats.
All right. MEC Lebogang Maile, MEC of Co-operative Governance in Gauteng, thank you very much for your time.